Two teams looking to get on the winning side of things after a couple of losses on both sides, Kentwood and Grand Haven. Hello, everyone, and welcome inside Kentwood Ice Arena for some boys high school hockey action here on the Kuehl Show family of networks. I'm Tyler Kuehl here to bring all of your play-by-play action for today's game between the East Kentwood Falcons and the Grand Haven / Spring Lake Buccaneers. These two teams have met only once so far this season in regular season action here in the Fisher Division here in the OK Conference, with the Buccaneers winning that first game by a score of 8-1 in a convincing win. That was back on February the 8th. Obviously, the Falcons, a little bit of a rebuilding team, a lot of young players on this Phil Sweeney coached squad. Obviously, we'll get to a few of those players later on. The East Kentwood Falcons 0-4 this season, currently sitting 6th in the Fisher Division. They lost to Hudsonville on Tuesday by a score of 7-4. Last night, taking on Manistee in a non-divisional game, 7-2 loss to Manistee. Alex Long and Ben Graham, the goal scorers for the East Kentwood Falcons. Alex Long, like I said, Ben Graham being the goal scorers. Liam Whitney, 59 saves in the game for EK. He looks to be getting the start once again today here at Kentwood Ice Arena. Grand Haven Bucks, they are coming in with a lot of confidence and a lot of swagger. 3-2, despite a tough loss last night at the hands of the Mona Shore Sailors, a 7-1 loss in that game. Braden Nielsen, the lone goal scorer for the Buccaneers. They've only faltered a couple times to the Bucks so far. They are second in the Fisher Division behind a Kenowa Hills team that has really improved. A good coach, Matt Wiedenhoff team over there in Walker. As we talked about that game earlier on in the season, it was the opening game for both teams as the Bucks were able to beat the Falcons 8-1 over in Muskegon. Caden Wells, 2 goals in that game. Tristan Gross, 1 goal and 3 assists in the game. Braden Nielsen had an incredible start to the season. 3 goals and 2 assists for 5 points, along with Aiden Steele having 17 saves for the Buccaneers. And they're going to look to try to make it 2-0 against the Falcons this season. Folks, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will have more pregame preview show here of Grand Haven and East Kentwood here on the Kuehl Show Networks. We'll be back right after this. And welcome back inside Kentwood Ice Arena as we get you set for this afternoon's matchup between the Buccaneers of Grand Haven, Spring Lake Combined Squad, and the East Kentwood Falcons. Obviously, the Falcons looking to get win number 1 this year, 0-4. Grand Haven looking to make it win number 4 this year with a 3-2 record. Let's get you the players to watch here in this afternoon's contest. First, for the home Falcons, Alex Long, the team's leading scorer. You'll see him as number 22 tonight. He's been a guy that Coach Sweeney looks upon to really lead the offense. Him along with Tyler Tingley, number 16. Those two guys are already committed to go play for Ferris State ACHA Division III next season, and that's a very good MCHC team at the ACHA level, a team that actually beat Davenport up pretty handily, and Davenport has obviously a lot of connection to the team, not just Phil Sweeney as being the head coach of the D1 Panthers, but his assistant coach, Walker Orand, being his longtime defenseman, the all-time leader in games played at men's Division I level hockey at Davenport. Also, Trevor Graham, number 19, he'll be going to play for Michigan State Division II next season, ACHA level as well. He's another guy that the lineup is kind of spread out a little bit to keep the offense going up and down the lineup for the Falcons here today. They're going to look to have him be a big part. For the Buccaneers, they have a lot of great talent, two of the best scorers in this Fisher division, let alone in the entire OK Conference, leading off with Braden Nielsen. He is on a tear, a Cy Young start, if you will, for a baseball reference. 8 goals, 2 assists for 10 points. And Tristan Ghost right behind him, 4 goals, 5 assists for 9 points, first and second in the division in scoring. The goaltender, which will most likely see it possibly tonight, Aiden Steele, who's played in all 5 games. He's got a 3-2 record with a 3.00 goals against average and an .878 save percentage. Those will be your goaltenders possibly for the Buccaneers. Like I said, Liam Whitley played last night for the Falcons. We'll see if he gets another call once again tonight. Folks, we will turn things over to the ice now as we get you set for puck drop, as we give you the starting lineups here for both the Buccaneers and the Falcons here for this high school hockey action here on this Saturday afternoon from Kentwood Ice Arena. As the national anthem coincides, we are moments away from puck drop between Grand Haven and East Kentwood here from Kentwood Ice Arena. Boys high school hockey action here on the Kuehl Show Network. Let's get you the starting goaltenders. First for the visiting Buccaneers, it'll be Christopher Kotkowitz, the junior from Spring Lake. He'll be getting the start here tonight. First start of the season for the young netminder, a junior from Spring Lake. And down to our right, it'll be once again Liam Whitley, the junior goaltender. 59 saves last night, put in a great workload as he's done throughout the last couple of seasons here with the Falcons. East Kentwood looking for win number 1. Grand Haven looking to go for win number 4. Grand Haven in their road yellows with the blue trim skating left to right across your screen. East Kentwood with their home whites with red pants and red armbands going right to left. The goaltenders are set. The refs are set. We are ready to go here from Kentwood Ice Arena. The puck is dropped, and we are underway between the Falcons and the Buccaneers. Face-off controlled by the Falcons, stumbling, though, in his own zone. That's Brett Van Poolen, as now the Buccaneers will take possession. Nicholas Braidwood tried to move it to the middle. However, it was deflected out to center as the Buccaneers will quickly regroup. Cohen Trinka now will bring it out of his own zone on the far side. He'll cut it back over to the near side, almost taking away Indino Kasaju. 4'8", 82 pounds, but Coach Sweeney likes to call him a bulldog on how hard he works out on the ice. As the puck's played back into the Falcons zone, it'll be back for the Falcons, Tyler Tingley. Cross-ice pass finds a man, Trevor Graham in stride down the right wing side. Bad angle takes a shot, easy save made by Kotkowitz. Kotkowitz now, like I said, his first start and making his first save of this hockey game. Here's got a long shot. That one goes wide of the goal as Zachary Mitchell put that one wide for the Bucks. Held in at the line, though, by Van Van Langeveld. As now the Falcons look to clear it out in doing so, all the way down the ice, though, as we just chipped on down by number 22. That's Alex Long. Just past the 1 minute mark here of this opening first period. Here come the Bucks right across the line. Here's a chance by Van Langeveld with a shot. That one finds the glass, comes over to the near side. Pushing it up ahead is Cameron Willie. Now streaking on left wing side. That's number 29. That is Bobby Hoskins. Bobby Hoskins, really good shot, and on the forecheck for the Falcons. Behind the net, Van Langeveld. That's going to be a mouthful here for this one. It plays it on ahead, and it comes back down in the EK zone. 15:24 to go here in the opening period. Scoreless between the Bucks and the Falcons. Out of his own zone with speed is Tingley. However, he's met right at the red line on a good check by Tristan Gose as just crossing the line, and offsides will be the call. As Gose falling into Tingley, we'll have a face-off. First whistle of this hockey game coming at the 1:45 mark of the opening period. Out there on the draw. One on by the Falcons. That was Dylan Losey, number 48. Looks like he's actually wearing 43. 48 on the program, 43 on the ice. Number 1 in your hearts for you EK fans. Puck's played to the line in the Grand Haven zone, held in by Tingley, chips it over the near side. Skipping over the stick of Cohen Trinka, but he'll grab it, though, as he's now being chased behind his own goal. That's by number 77, Ben Graham, one of the goal scorers last night for EK. Across line, Trinka trying to take it end-to-end, but he's met on a good, clean play made by Van Poelen. Van Poelen works him off the puck, jumped out in front, though. Look out, an opportunity for Gose in front, but he couldn't get the shot away. Tristan Goss now chips it down low as they cycle. Pass into the middle, though, misses. Ben Graham takes it back for the East Kentwood Falcons, and he'll bring it on ahead. A little bit of help this time as Jason Yosikovsky was able to get it to the Grand Haven blue line, but no further. Here come the Bucks back the other way. Across the line is Braden Nielsen with a shot. Blocker save, sits there right on top of the crease, but jumping on it before anything else happens is the netminder Whitley, and he'll hold on for a face-off. 14:21 to go in the first period. Scoreless between the Buccaneers and the Falcons here on this Saturday afternoon. Second meeting between these two teams. Face-off will be coming to the right of the EK netminder Whitley. Ryan Long, the captain for the Falcons, on the draw, but it's one on back by Zach Mitchell of the Buccaneers. The shot from the point gets blocked, and a good job getting in the way. That was Cameron Willie. It gets played back into the EK zone from behind his own goal. Now that's Caden Smild. Chipped out and down the ice. No icing, though, as it was tipped at the red line. Going on back for it was Matt Van Langeveld. Chipped out to the neutral zone. Now back in his own zone to Smildy. Plays it over the near side. Willie tips it on ahead, and going back in his own zone now is number 22, Bryce Wirt, the junior out of Grand Haven. Bumps it off the near side boards, pushed on to center by Riley Buckingham. Down the right wing side with speed is Van Langeveld. Long shot, save made easily by Whitley. Rebound cleared to the blue line. Not out. Good hold, though, by Bryce Wirt. Chipped on back down low. Buccaneers going for a change, and that'll allow an opportunity here for Van Poelen to clear out to center. Tipped on ahead, but no much further than just inside the blue line by Bobby Hoskins. Van Poelen now back in his own zone for the Falcons. Plays over the near corner. Tyler Tingley now back over for Van Poelen. Skips on him for a second. Pokes it to the blue line and pushing it out to center now and pushing on ahead is the captain, Ryan Long. Across the line, a shot. Van Langeveld got in the way of that one. And it gets pushed back behind the Buccaneers' goal. Van Langeveld looks on ahead. Long stretch pass by Myers, trying to spring Luke Myers. Unfortunately, that pass was intercepted as Ben trying to find Luke. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that play. Turnover now in the Falcons zone as Tingley fans on a pass. Held in now by Luke Myers at the right point. Back down to the right side, Cohen Trinka throwing out in front off the skate, and a good job of clearing that one off to the side by Kasaju. Up to the line, Trinka, long shot. That one gets blocked. And now to the near side comes Van Poelen. He slaps it around. Trinka coming over, though, and just skips over his stick. They'll say no icing as it was played by Trinka. Going back in his own zone now for the Buccaneers is Mac Reeser, the Spring Lake senior. He turns the puck over on a good forecheck by Trevor Graham. He holds it in at the right point and swings it back behind the goal. Kasaju trying to center for Graham, but it goes off the back of the net. Near side wall pushed to the line. Good hold by Smill, then he chips it back in. It wraps all the way over to the far side. Moving on along now are the Buccaneers out of their own zone. Braden Nielsen, the leading scorer, swings and a miss, is trying to dump it in as the Falcons take it on back. Back across now is Smill. He pushes it over to the far blue line. Tripping up on the play. Look out here. Smilly takes it away. He takes a shot and a good right patch saved by Kokowitz as he's able to make a big stop. As Smill is able to take advantage as Mac Reeser seems to be having some skate issues. He'll go off for a change. Grand Haven now back the other way with Dolan Smits across the line. Long shot right into the EK chest of Whitley, and he'll hold on for a face-off. as we are 5:10 into this first period, still scoreless. A little bit of end-to-end action so far, but a little bit of a feeling out process here on this rather odd 1 o'clock afternoon start time. However, the way 2020 and 2021 have been, the fact that we're on the ice is obviously good news all around. Face off to the right of Whitley in the EK zone. One back by the Bucks. Long wrister off the glove, as throwing that one through is Gavin Cunningham. Whitley was able to get a glove on it. Thankfully, went wide after it tipped off the edge. Thrown out in front by Zach Mitchell, and a chance, and cleared away by Tyler Tingley. Doesn't hit the rafters somehow, and it's pushed out to center by the Falcons. However, Ryan Long was met, but now it's turned back in by Tingley. He dumps it on in the Grand Haven zone. Fired up the far side, held in. Long shot from a bad angle taken there by Bobby Hoskin, goes wide. Centering it now for the Falcons, intending to at least. That was number 40, Cameron Willie, but it's taken back by the Bucks. Tipped on in by Nicholas Braidwood, and now chasing in after it. Trying to center it, it's Mitchell, but it was knocked away. Braidwood now pokes it back to the left point. Pushes it down low. It's intercepted, though, by Ryan Long. As now the Falcons at least get to center. They'll try to get a change. Going in on the forecheck here is 22, Alex Long. He gets it away from one man. Now being pressured by Gavin Cunningham in the far corner. He'll leave it off as now he'll pull on back. As now the Falcons have to go chase. Look out here. Long stretch pass just missing the streaking Ben Myers as Luke Myers tried to find him. Unfortunately, it'll be resulting in an icing play as now Grand Haven will have to come back in their own zone with 10:47 to go here in period number 1. Face-off coming to the left of the netminder Kokotkowicz. One on back by the Buccaneers. Here's Van Langdeveld. Pass it right to the middle. Dangerously almost taken away by Kasaju. He knocked the pass down, but he couldn't complete the play, or else he may have had a great scoring chance. Puck's cleared on down. Another icing call here against the Bucs, so we'll go back. I would typically say 200 feet, but here at Kentwood Ice Arena, it's actually about 185 feet. As the rink here is very small. It's 85 feet wide. However, the blue line's probably about 50 to 55 feet off the goal line, and there's almost no room behind the nets here at Kentwood Ice Arena. It makes it a very unique rink to play at. Falcons win the draw on the Bucks end. They'll chip it around to the near side corner. Cohen Trinka on it for Grand Haven. However, getting in there is Alex Long trying to take it away. Ryan Long, the captain, also trying to help out as well. It gets jammed down out, clear to the line, and just out as Graham couldn't hold it in for EK. Smill tries to throw it pass across. Now it's picked up as Trevor Graham circles in the neutral zone. He'll just dump it on in. Going in back for it is Trinka for the Buccaneers. Once again, Alex Long right on top of him. Tried to hold it in. Good job by Trevor Graham to do so. Alex Long with a shot. That one goes wide. All the way up to the far point with it here is Luke Myers. He's looking over his options. Both teams changing here as we just passed the 7-minute mark of this first period. Puck's turned over the neutral zone by Tristan Ghost. Coming back in now is Long. Long shot by Long. That's a lot of longs in one sentence. It goes wide of the goal. Here come the Buccaneers back the way. Mac Reeser, who's had some skate issues here in the first few minutes, back on the ice. He'll chip it into the EK zone. Langley, long pass, misses everybody. This will go for icing. As getting back first was Gavin Cunningham. So we'll come back into the Kentwood zone with 9:33 to go here in the opening period. Both teams get to change here. That's the one nice thing about high school hockey is that even an icing call, you're allowed to change, unlike college or the National Hockey League. Face-off will come to the left of the netminder, Whitley. Ryan Long on the draw for the Falcons. One on back, though, by Dolan Smith. Quick shot, or at least attempted shot by Nielsen. Couldn't get it through, though, as Tyler Tingley slams it off the boards. Held in, though, by Tristan Ghost. Gives it for Nielsen as Grand Haven looks to set up offensively. Nielsen chips it down the far wall, trying to pinch on in his Reeser. However, he gets it knocked off his stick. Second try, though, gets it off, but a good job of getting in the way of that one was Ryan Long. In the near side corner, Ghost gets knocked down. And now here's an opportunity. Long gets it ahead for Hoskins. It's in his skate. Now it's picked up with speed by Willie. However, he overskates it on a good defensive play, though, by Gavin Cunningham for Grand Haven. Cunningham chips it away from Hoskins. He actually gets tied up in his feet. Grand Haven trying to get in the zone, but a good job by Hoskins to just knock it back into the Grand Haven end. Reeser turns in his own zone, crosses the red line, and will just push it over into the far corner. Back on for it for the Falcons, Ben Forbes. He pushed over the near side. No one there, though, for EK as the Bucks get it back. Bad angle try there by Riley Buckingham goes wide. Stopping it behind his own goal for the Falcons is Forbes. Slaps it off the near side boards, finding Hoskins in the neutral zone. However, the puck skipped over his stick, or else it could have been a one-on-one opportunity with the defenseman Wirt. Wirt now back in his own zone for Grand Haven. Pushes it on ahead of the neutral zone. It's Braden Nielsen across the line. Down the right wing side, wants to shoot. Takes a shot, but getting in the way of that is Forbes. Bad angle try by Cunningham. Gets slapped out in front on a second try. Goes over to the far side. Thrown towards the front of the goal by Wirt. Knocked away. Trying to clear it on ahead here as Caden Smild gets it to the line and just out. Is able to poke it a little further as Ben Graham. Losey and Graham trying to get it out for the Falcons. They just do. However, right back in comes Grand Haven. Bryce Wirt from a long angle, bad angle shot. Good glove save made by Whitley, and he holds on for a faceoff. Just under 8 to play here in the first period. We're still scoreless in Grand Haven and East Kentwood. Grand Haven starting to flip the ice into the Kentwood end. Couple of good chances here in this first period. Caden Smild, actually had a good chance on the netminder Kokowitz earlier on in this period. Face-off won by the Falcons. Quick shot off the draw taken by Gavin Morrow was stopped by Whitley. As here's Luke Myers in the near corner. Back up to the point for Trinka. Trinka throws one over to the far corner. It skips off the boards. With it is Ben Myers now. Cycled back down low. His pass, though, misses Gavin Morrow. Back on it, here is Van Poelen. He gets pinned to the boards as now a couple of players do battle. As getting pushed in from behind is Indino Kasaju. He gets back up as the Bucks try to get it out in front, trying to find Ben Myers. Goes back to the point. Van Langdeveld with a shot, and I think got in the way of that one was Tyler Tingley. Back again, here's Van Langdeveld. Better angle this time. Shot and a good blocker save by Whitley. Cleared out to center by the Falcons as Van Langdeveld will go back to his own zone. Chips it up the boards and will go all the way down the ice. Not enough for icing, though, as Kasaju will come back and play for it for the Falcons. He turns it over, is trying to move it ahead as Ben Forbes. However, on a good pinch by Van Langdeveld, keeps it deep into the Kentwood zone. Poked out to centers. Here come the Falcons over to the far side. It's Alex Long. Gets around one man. Trinka got a little bit of a harm on him. No call forthcoming. We continue on. Smild holds in at the left point for the Falcons. He gets ran over, though, by Van Langdeveld. Chipped out to center. Here comes Braden Nielsen on the right wing side. Drags it on through and a shot. Good job getting in the way. That one was Ben Forbes to deflect it away. Pass up to the point. An opportunity for Cunningham with a shot. That one misses the far side. Back out front. They score! It's Braden Nielsen banging it off the end boards, and the Buccaneers go out in front. Gavin Cunningham takes the initial shot. Bounces right off the end boards. We talk about those short end boards behind the net. Ends up paying off for the Buccaneers as they take the first lead of the game. Time of this goal, the 10:19 mark of the first period. 9th goal of the season for Braden Nielsen, and the Buccaneers are out in front here early. Puck's played on in the Grand Haven zone. Cunningham, the man that took the shot, plays to the line, not out. Smith throws it on goal, and a right pad save by Kokowitz. Back out in front. Oh, and Will with a chance. Still there in the crease, and somehow Kokowitz keeps it out as he robs Hoskins on the goal line. What a nice save there by the Grand Haven netminder. Coach Keegan Ferris throwing in the junior netminder. First game this season. He comes up with a big save there to keep his team out in front. Faceoff will come to his right now. 6:18 to go in the first period. We're looking almost at a 1-1 game had it not been for the Bucks netminder. Smill throws it in front again, but this one goes deflected to the far side. Hoskins chips it down low. It finds Alex Long. Looking out in front, tries to pass it for, looked like they was trying to intend it for Ryan Long, deflected wide. Now behind his own goal for the Buccaneers is Wirt. Slaps it over the near side. Buckingham takes a hard hit as Ryan Long is going to go off to the box for that hit as he drove Buckingham into the boards. Well, I haven't quite seen the signal from the official yet. They're going to maybe confer if it was a check from behind or not. Ryan Long looking at the official, asking what was wrong. If anything, a boarding call is kind of peeked down here at the refs. That's one of the unique things about this view up here in the Falcons' Nest, not the Crow's Nest, the Falcons' Nest here at Kentwood Ice Arena. And so we can look right into it, and they're going to call an elbowing to the captain, Ryan Long. So an early power play here for the Buccaneers. 5:58 remaining here in the first period. Coach Phil Sweeney asking for an explanation from the official. Obviously, it's a little bit tough to see from the angle that Phil Sweeney is. The hit came down to our left as the EK bench is just to our right here in the Falcons' Nest. Nonetheless, a power play opportunity here for the Buccaneers to try to extend the 1-goal lead. Face off to left of Whitley. One back, though, by the Falcons. Is slapped out and down the ice. It's a big part of a penalty kill, is just clearing it right away, and sometimes it slows the momentum of the team with the man advantage. Buccaneers will bring it on ahead over to the far side. Braden Nielsen, the goal scorer, cuts to the middle, takes a shot, save made, rebound, sits there on top of the crease for a second, but Forbes clears to the line, not out though as Bryce Wirt holds it in. Back up to the point, it's Tristan Goss. Long shot, blockered into the corner by Whitley, sits it back out in front. Oh, and a good snag by Whitley as trying to chip back out in front was Wirt. But coming across with the catching glove was the netminder Whitley, and he holds on for a faceoff. Still 91 seconds left in this power play for the Buccaneers. They keep their same unit out there coming on taking the draw here for the Falcons. That's Cameron Willie. Won, though, by Grand Haven. Right point, Bryce Wirt. Long shot, knocked down with the glove. Rebound sits there for a moment, and a couple swipes at it, and finally grabbing on and holding on for a faceoff is Whitley. Good job by Whitley to stay in front of it there and not get caught out of position, even though it just bounces off his glove and sat there at the side of the crease and was able to grab it, though, before anything else happens. Face off to the left of Whitney. Bucks win it again. Nielsen on across to the far side for Tristan Goss. Wrist shot. Good job of getting in the way of that one was Kasaju. Back on the attack, though, are the Buccaneers. Here's Braden Nielsen at the top. Gets around Willie. Down to his right. One-timer by Wirt goes wide, and it will trickle all the way out to the neutral zone as that one missed the far side. 1:02 left in the elbowing call to Ryan Long as here come the Buccaneers. Long shot, good glove save made is coming on through as Gavin Cunningham for the Bucks. And once again, Whitley will hold on for a faceoff. 4:55 to go in the first period. Bucks lead 1-0 on Braden Nielsen's 9th goal of the season. As Grand Haven trying to take advantage of an early power play. Face off to the left of Whitley. Dolan Smith's on the draw for Grand Haven. He wins it back. Mitchell throws it back down low. Thought about sending it across, but almost about to jump that pass was Trevor Graham. Puck's behind the Kentwood goal, trying to dig it out of there. Is Ben Myers for Grand Haven. Smits gets it out as the Bucks will set up on the power play once again. Back up to the point, Van Langeveld. Right down the middle, takes a shot, save made. Rebound, sits there for a moment. A couple hacks and whacks at it, and jumping on it, smothering is the netminder Whitley. He's kind of kicking out a couple of rebounds, but he's able to stay right behind him and stay square to him. And even on a second and third opportunity, he's able to cover him up and hold on for a face-off. Face-off to the right of the Kentwood netminder with 4:31 to go in the first period. 33 seconds left to the penalty to number 33, Ryan Long. Face-off won by EK, and they just dump it right on down the ice. Van Langeveld back for it. He's pressured, but he's able to dodge a check by Trevor Graham. Second opportunity, plays it over to the far side. It misses one man. Tipped on in, though, on a good little effort play made by Riley Buckingham. On the forecheck and getting a hold of it, there was Zach Mitchell. Centering pass taken away by Trevor Graham as the Falcons are able to clear once again. This one, a good old one right on goal, so about a 170-foot shot. 3 seconds and 2, and out will come the captain, Ryan Long, as the Bucks go 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Van Poelen back in his own end. He'll throw it around his own goal up to the near side. Myers on it now for the Buccaneers. Luke Myers trying to spin away from a check. Throws in front. Oh, and he had a man back door. It was Dolan Smith, but he fanned on the one-timer. A little too much sauce on the saucer pass. Puck sits at the side of the goal. Thrown out in front dangerously by Mitchell, but it's clear down the ice. Will this have enough for icing? Yes, it will. As you see on the ice, they have the curling circles. They pulled out the curling brooms to get that one down the ice. Of course, going up now up in Calgary, Alberta is the Scotty Tournament of Hearts, one of the biggest tournaments, part of the Grand Slam of curling up in Canada. I have to do curling myself. I've always been a curling fan, so maybe I'll start doing it here with, obviously, curling available here at Kentwood Ice Arena. 30-31 to go in the first period. Bucks lead by 1. Face-off in the EK zone. One back, right on goal. Oh, Whitley has it. Kind of fumbled it for a second. Good face-off win by EK. Unfortunately, when you went right back to your goaltender, you have to try it again now. Ryan Long taking the draw against Zach Mitchell. Correction, that's Dolan Smith. Smith wins it back. Nielsen drags it around, tries to get it for Tristan Goss. It's knocked off his stick, but he gets it back. Nielsen on the far side, looking front for Goss. Oh, he had a back door wide open, but the pass skipped on his stick. Play continues on. Here's Cohen Trinka for Grand Haven. Gets it towards the slot, knocked down off to the side. Van Poelen grabs it and fires it up, and it hits the wall behind the EK bench. Everyone kind of ducking out of the way there. Thankfully, no delay of game here in high school hockey, especially with the very short glass on the near side. So both teams will get the change here. Face off to left side. Just kind of waved down to Walker Oren. Walker and I broadcasted games together in the past over at Davenport for the Davenport Athletic Network. Face off won by the East Kentwood Falcons in their own zone. Clear over to the far side. Caden Smill tries to get it up in the ice. Held in, though, at the blue line on a good play made by Bryce Wirt. Over into the far corner, Dolan Smits gets bumped by Smill. Here's Braden Nielsen back to the point. Wirt takes a shot. Good glove save made. No traffic around him. Easy pickings for Liam Whitney as he holds on for a face-off with 2:48 to go in the first period. Braden Nielsen, who comes off for a change, is the goal scorer. Gavin Cunningham with the assist on that goal. That goal is coming at the 10:19 mark of the first period. Face off to the right of Whitley. One on back by the Bucks. Quick shot on by Cunningham is deflected away. Good stick save made by Whitley as it directs into the near corner. Back out front, though. Another try as Ben Myers tried to get a one-timer to Luke Myers. However, unfortunately, it was broken up by EK. Gavin Cunningham pushed up the near side boards, pushed into the Kentwood zone. Forbes now for the Falcons. Fires a cross-ice pass and misses to everybody. However, it lands right on goal, right off the boards, and forcing the face-off to be Hoskins as Kockowitz is forced to hold on to it. So an offensive zone face-off coming here for EK. Falcons who had a couple of chances earlier on in this first period, but the Buccaneers have since flipped the ice and kind of hemmed the Falcons in their own zone at times, especially with that power play not too long ago. Face off to the left of Kockowitz. Long on the draw, but it's one on back by the Buccaneers. Morrow. Now trying to get out is Ben Myers. Held out at the left point by Tyler Tingley. Alex Long spins away from a check. However, gets worked off the puck on a good defensive effort by Mac Reeser. Reeser pushes a little bit further towards the Kentwood blue line, but Tingley knocks that one away. Bobby Hoskins knocks it back into the Grand Haven zone, but they'll quickly regroup as Ben Myers will try the right wing side. Cuts to the middle. However, Luke Myers falls off just a little off sides as the two Myers trying to meet up, but Luke getting a little ahead of himself, so we'll have a face-off back in the neutral zone with 1:55 to go in this first period. Both teams get a line change in here. Indio Kasaju taking the draw, but it gets one on back by Zach Mitchell to the far side. Chipped on in by Mac Reeser. Held in now as here's Mitchell on the far side. Throws it out in front, trying to find Buckingham, but it's knocked away as now the Falcons try to break it out. Good hold, though, by Cunningham for Grand Haven. Knocked away as the Falcons quickly bring it on back. Stopping on in is Trevor Graham right on goals. Kockowitz plays it away. Buckingham plays it a little forward now, trying to move it through. It is Nicholas Braidwood. He's being harassed, but look out here. Trevor Graham almost gets a turnover. Cleared back out to center now as Alex Long tries to work off a check by Buckingham, but he gets put in towards the Grand Haven bench as the Buccaneers get it back now with 1:17 to go in the first period. Nicholas Braidwood gets around one man and crosses the East Kentwood blue line. Dumps it over for Buckingham. Bad angle shot, blocker. Rebound sits there for a second. Good job, though, by Smill to knock it into the near side corner. Kasaju gets it ahead for the Falcons, and it just gets to the line and out as Alex Long will throw it across the ice. Trying to pressure on the far side is Jason Yosifovsky. As now Van Langeveld has it back in his own zone for Grand Haven with 52 seconds left in the period. Braidwood pushes on ahead. Moved on forward now over to the far side. Zach Mitchell. He hits the boards and takes a tumble. Chipped out of their own zone by Dylan Losey. But the Buccaneers get it right back in. Tyler Tingley, lots of room now. Will fire a long pass. Tipped forward. And going off for a change will be Yosifovsky. Back for it now for the Buccaneers is Van Langeveld. Cohen Trinka pushed over to the far side. Braden Nielsen out now with 25 seconds left in the period. 3-on-3 rush. Nielsen cuts to his right. He's got a man driving, trying to find his man in front, Dolan Smits, but it's deflected on. I think Whitley got a pad on it. Back the way come the Falcons. 3-on-2. Right wing side. Hoskins with a shot, but it goes to the crease and wide. 10 seconds left in the period. Clearing it out. Look out here. Oh, it could have been a 2-on-1 rush, but a good job by Willie to knock it away. But here's Nielsen for Grand Haven. Knocked away off his stick by Long. Cleared out and down the ice. And that's how we'll end period number 1. Buccaneers start to get the offense going late in the period. Only get one, though, by Whitley, and they'll carry that lead into the intermission break. We'll take a quick break, folks, ourselves, and when we come back, we will recap that first period for you in full. You're watching high school hockey here on The Kuehl Show. And welcome back inside Kentwood Ice Arena. After 20 minutes of play, the visiting Grand Haven Spring Lake Buccaneers leading the East Kentwood Falcons by a score of 1-0. Let's take you back to what happened in that period. Fortunately, we don't have an official shot count right now, but the Grand Haven Buccaneers were able to get the majority of the chances, and they were finally rewarded at the 10:19 mark of the period. Braden Nielsen was able to find a rebound after Gavin Cunningham's shot went wide, bounced off the end boards. These very shallow end boards right behind the Kentwood goal, bounced back out in front. Nielsen's able to tap it on by the netminder Liam Whitley for his 9th goal of the season, giving the Buccaneers the 1-goal lead. And that's all the scoring we had on the box score. The only penalty came an elbowing penalty by the way of the captain for the Falcons, Ryan Long. However, the Falcons were able to kill it off after we're doing a really good job. And one thing's for sure, though, Liam Whitley was tested early and often by Grand Haven, and he was able to stand tall, stay strong, and allowed a couple of rebounds, but nothing too concerning as he was able to swallow them up on the second and third opportunities, though. Expect Grand Haven to keep shooting the puck, though, at this EK netminder, because as a goaltender myself, it's something when you just kind of get into a rhythm, eventually you start catching them, and you kind of see how the first 5 minutes to the last 5 minutes of this period went for Whitley. He kind of was fighting him a little bit, bouncing off his chest, but he made a couple of good, calm glove saves, and he started to really find his mojo and his rhythm towards the end of that first period. I'm pretty sure Phil Sweeney would like to think that he's going to carry it in period number 2. And for all you EK fans out there, if you ever know Phil Sweeney, he's not the biggest goalie guru. Whenever I ask him how does he expect his goaltender to play tonight, all he ever says is hopefully he stops the puck. Phil Sweeney, a man of many words. If you're looking at it from the Grand Haven side of things, no question about it, you got to like the pressure they're putting on early. Remember, this team won 8-1 back on February the 8th to start off their regular season. Now 3-2 heading to tonight. And the guy that had a big game in that first one, 5 points, 3 goals, 2 assists, that was Braden Nielsen. You got to like the puck movement and their quick transition game from the blue line, their defense going right back into the East Kentwood zone. They're doing everything they can right now to continue to get the offensive attack, as they're going to try to carry that here into period number 2. Like I said, don't have an official shot count, but if you were able to tune in for the first period, obviously you kind of saw a few more chances go by the way of the Buccaneers. We'll take another break, folks. When we come back, we will get you set for period number 2 between the Falcons and the Buccaneers. You're watching high school hockey here on The Kuehl Show. welcome back inside Kentwood Ice Arena here. As you hear the horn as the Falcons make their way back onto the ice. Buccaneers have been out for about a minute here, and refs come over and ask Phil Sweeney what took him so long, and Phil says the ice hasn't frozen yet. There's a little too much water laid down on the ice here. Obviously, you don't want to have too much because you don't want to be mopping up the ice. Actually, I was doing a game last week with Davenport here at Kentwood Ice Arena. We actually had to wait and get a squeegee out to kind of mop up a little bit. So now the Falcons will be going left to right, and their home whites going across your screen. Bucks in their road yellows going right to left. Kasaju on the draw for the Falcons. On it here for Zachary Mitchell is for the Bucks as we are back underway here in period number 2 between the Falcons and the Buccaneers. 1-0 lead here for Grand Haven. Braden Nielsen, the goal scorer. Gavin Cunningham with the assist on the lone goal in the opening 17 minutes. They're back on our way here, jostling the puck right in front of the Kentwood bench, and it's taken on back. Here comes Mitchell on the left wing side with speed. Trying to get around Tingley. Centers it out in front. It misses everybody. Comes back up to the point. That's Cohen Trinka throwing one through the slot and wide. Chipping up the boards is Tingley out and down the ice. This will have enough for icing as this very smooth and now frozen ice. Let that one go all the way down, so we'll come back 185 feet into the EK zone, just 31 seconds into the second period. That is one thing you kind of have to get used to when you consistently do college games or pro games to the 20-minute clock. You have to get used to 17-minute clocks doing games here at the high school level. Face off to the right of the netminder for EK. That is Liam Wheatley, who was very busy in that first period. Had to make a few big saves despite giving up the one goal. Falcons have it in their own end. It's Caden Smeald moving it across. Ben Forbes up the near side wall, looking intended for Ryan Long. Long with a bit of a bump and a couple of bumps there on Braden Nielsen, and now it's moved along for Tristan Ghost on the left wing side. Goss wraps around the Kentwood goal, looks back up to the point for Trinka, who walks the line. Knuckle puck shot. It skipped on its edge, but a good save by Whitley when it's spiked out to the line and just out. Look out here. Down the right side comes Bobby Hoskins. One-on-one with Trinka. Takes a shot. Deflected wide on a good back check by Trinka. Over to the far side, Goss gets taken away from him. Here's Willie moving to the front, but he gets up, bending on a big hit by Bryce Wirt. As here comes Braden Nielsen across the line. Long shot. That goes off the stick of Caden Smeald and up into the netting out of play. We'll have another face-off in the Falcons' end. Good little bump play there as the puck kind of just skipped on the Grand Haven defenseman right in front of us here, and a good rush by Bobby Hoskins. If he gets that shot away, he can really make some damage, but a good job by Cohen Trinka, the Spring Lake Jr., able to come back and knock that one away, making it easy for Kakowis, who didn't have to make too many difficult saves in that first period for Grand Haven. However, had to make a big save on Hoskins with a big goal line stand. Look out, here come the Falcons after the faceoff. Isaju down the right wing side, or left wing side, centering it, trying to, but it knocked away. Isaju gets pinned to the boards behind the net by Van Langdeveld. Then back the way come the Buccaneers. Actually, no, they don't. Here comes turnover. Alex Long with a shot. Oh, and he rings off the iron. Snapped one by the glove of Kakowis, but look out. Back the way comes Grand Haven. Luke Myers on the right wing side. He fans on the shot as it goes wide. Tyler Tingley, dangerously in front of his own goal, just pushes it out to center. Close call there for Grand Haven as the puck's bounced back into the Falcons zone. Just 2 minutes into the second period. Held in at the right point for Grand Haven. It's Gavin Cunningham with a shot and a good glove save made by Whitley, and he'll hold on for a faceoff. Good back check play made by Alex Long to get that turnover, and we talked with Coach Sweeney, the reason why he is the leading scorer. Faceoff will come to the left of Liam Whitley. And Dio Kasaju being looked at now by the training staff here on the Kentwood bench. Took a little bit of a hard bump there. Here's a shot from the point that goes wide. Skips out to the side of the goal, almost banged in. Another opportunity here is back on the attack here are the Buccaneers. However, centering pass by Nick Braidwood misses everybody, and having to dump it back in from the neutral zone is Gavin Cunningham. Wraps all around to the far half wall, knocked back down low by Riley Buckingham. Over to the left point, trying to hold it in, taking a shot. And here's another opportunity on the second try, and Mitchell got stopped. In tight again is Mitchell on the backhand, but he fans on it. Unable to clear is Yosikovsky. And it's now holding in momentarily was Cunningham, but at least getting out to center now with the Falcons. Knocked right back in by Cohen Trinkas. Behind his own goal now for the Falcons is Ben Forbes. He gets it all the way to the red line. Yosikovsky trying to dump it in, but it gets taken off his stick by the Buccaneers' Cunningham. He moves over to the far side, knocked on back by the forward Dylan Losey, the freshman. Buccaneers have it back as Braden Nielsen, the goal scorer, comes back into the East Kentwood zone over to the far side. Top of the circle, this shot and a good one, but unfortunately it missed over the near side. Bobby Hoskins clears it out to center, goes off the skate. Cameron Willie, he'll go in on the forecheck now. Back with it is Matt Van Langeveld for the Buccaneers. Pushed on to center. Here comes Dolan Smith to the right side. Knocked down by Ryan Long on a clean play. And he'll pick up the puck behind his own net. Tries to avoid a check, but it gets met right behind the goal with a good clean check by Dolan Smith. Pucked over to the left point, held in by Nielsen. Out of the high slot, goes, dances around Willie, takes a shot, and he scores! Tristan Goss with the shot, beating Whitley stick side, and the Buccaneers go up by 2. The 2 leading scorers for Grand Haven hooking up on that play as Nielsen was able to get it for Goss. Goss, his 5th goal of the season. Time of this one, the 3:33 mark of this second period. Make it 2-0 now for Grand Haven. That now gives Nielsen 2 points on the night, now 12 on the season. 9 goals and 3 assists for the senior from Grand Haven. Goss now, the junior, now has 4 goals and 6 assists. But look out here, Alex Long in for EK on a breakaway. Off the iron, rebound, gets put wide of the goal. 2 posts for Alex Long in this second period. Can't buy a goal, can the Falcons. Back the other way, 2-on-1. It's the Myers. It's Luke with a shot, and that one goes wide. Ben Myers, with the shot, and just couldn't fire it over the far side. He had Luke going back door. Puck's chipped back in by Van Langeveld as the Falcons will retreat in their own end once again. Van Poolen clears to the line, not out. Good hold in there by Gavin Morrow. Puck gets wrapped over to the near side, held in Van Langeveld. Back down low. Good to see Kasaji back on the ice in a defensive role after taking that bump earlier on in this period. Puck's chipped out. Look out. Here comes Alex Long again, trying to fight off Mac Reeser for the puck. He pushes it back behind the Buccaneers' goal. 12:26 to go in the first period. Buccaneers out up by 2. Alex Long pulls it out of the pile for a moment. Now he gets tied back up with Cohen Trinka. Gets to the line and just out. His backing off was Forbes. He's trying to get into a better defensive position. Over to the far side, dumped on in by Caden Smill. Takes a little bit of a bump for his troubles, but it's taken on back by Grand Haven for a moment. Almost taking that one away from Reeser. That would have been Dylan Losey with the turnover. Here comes Grand Haven across the line. Long shot by Buckingham goes wide. Behind the goal with it here. Trying to center in front is Mitchell, but it gets knocked off to the near side. Mitchell up to the point, but Trinka wasn't there, so Trinka will have to go back into the neutral zone for Grand Haven. Falcons get the puck on back. Here's Caden Smild up to the neutral zone. Dumped on in by Ben Graham. Yosikowski will go on the forecheck and will land right on goal, so forcing a cover, it'll be a Kotkowitz. Kotkowitz, who I don't think hasn't had to make a save in this period, as Alex Long's 2 grade A chances, both finding the goalpost. And that's where we sit as of now. Faceoff will come to the right of the Spring Lake netminder. Faceoff won by the Falcons as Ryan Long plays it back to the point, knocked back down low. Trying to look in center. Here's Hoskins. He goes over to the far wall. Bad angle shot. Sits there in a couple of skates. Clear to the line, not out. Van Poolen tried to slap it back on goal. Fanned on it, but now pushed it over to the far corner. Back up to the point again. Poked down by Van Poolen. Here comes Tristan Goss down the right wing side. He's got Nielsen. He'll take a shot himself. Save made. Sits there. Thrown away by Tingley. Right back on the stick, though, of Cunningham, and he finds the crossbar. Cunningham looking to get a goal and an assist in this one, but finding iron. Here's Nielsen at the blue line. Over to the far side, Tristan Goss with a shot, and that one's a high riser. That goes wide. Up to the point, held on in by Wirt. Back down low as the Buccaneers are buzzing. Bad angle shot, and that one's stopped by Whitley, but now it's clear as the Falcons will chip it out to center. Bobby Hoskins trying to glove it down, unable to. However, no icing on good hustle play made by Trevor Graham to negate the icing. He goes over in the far corner, pinning Cunningham into the boards as the Falcons try to create some offense here. Centered out in front, paddled away by Kotkowitz, but no one there for Kentwood as Bobby Hoskins tried to create some havoc. Look out here, Gavin Cunningham on the short side, and he scores! Quick end-to-end transition. Goss finds Cunningham and just ringing that one off the iron not too long ago. This time he's able to beat Whitley, and it's 3-0 Bucks. Coming so close a couple of times there with the Falcons to getting on the board. However, the quick transition game working here for Grand Haven. Time of this goal coming at the 6:26 mark. Goals less than 3 minutes apart. Make it a 3-0 game as we continue on here in period 2. Right back in. Here comes Luke Myers with a shot. This time Whitley catches it right in the midsection, and they'll hold on for a face-off. Grand Haven, who started to really flip the ice late in that first period, now really continuing on with their momentum here into period 2. 10:25 to go here in the middle stanza. Dylan Losey on the draw, taking it against Morrow. Morrow gets it to the front of the goal. They'll look out on a second chance. It goes off the foot of Forbeston wide. Puck's jumped on the back of the Kentwood net, and it sits there for long enough that the faceoff will, they'll say, stay inside the Kentwood zone, despite claims from the East Kentwood bench that it's supposed to go outside. But then again, knowing Phil Sweeney long enough, he will make sure he tries to yell anything to get it his way. Unfortunately, the refs don't oblige, so we'll have a faceoff back in the Falcons zone. One on back by Gavin Morrow again. Look out here, a chance for Luke Myers, and a good glove save made by Whitley as he picks that one out of the air like Peter Piper picked a pickle peppers. And everyone always wants to know how many pick a pack of pickers Peter Piper could have picked. Face off to the right of Whitley once again. Same line still out there for the Bucks. One on, though, this time by the Falcons. Unable to clear those. Yosikovsky tries to work him off the puck and does. He's able to get that away from Morrow, and he's able to get out and down the ice. However, it will go for icing as Van Langeveld wins the race back into the Grand Haven zone. So just before the 10-minute mark, or excuse me, the 7-minute mark of the second period, we'll come back down to the Falcons' end. Line changes for both teams. You'll see the line now of Zach Mitchell as he's being flanked by Braidwood and Buckingham for the Bucks. Kasaju out there now taking the draw for the Falcons. One back to the line. Van Langeveld with a long shot. Gets knocked down. Sits there in the slot. Braidwood tried to get a stick on it, but it's cleared away by Tingley to center. Van Langeveld tries to get worked off the puck. Look out here. Tingley picks it up for the Falcons. Brings it down the right wing side. Good back check play made by Zach Mitchell to work him off the puck. Chip to the line and out as it skips by Trevor Graham. Van Poelen back in the Falcons zone. Fires over to the far side. Alex Long knocks it down. He'll go dump it on into the Bucks' end. In on the forecheck is Trevor Graham. Van Langeveld over to the far side. Chip to the line by Buckingham. Just held in for a moment, but on second opportunity, getting out to center is Mitchell. 9:22 to go here in period number 2 as the puck's played on into the Falcons zone. Tyler Tingley back for East Kentwood. Fans on a pass attempt. Second opportunity. Fires it to center. Look out. Long's got some room. Here comes Braden Nielsen on the back check. He's able to catch up to him. Long tries to finish it off. Save made by Kokowitz. Cleared off to the side. An opportunity there, but Long, unfortunately, just couldn't get his feet moving quickly enough. And Nielsen, with all the momentum, was able to not allow a grade A scoring chance with a good back-checking effort. Puck's turned over there. Here's Ryan Long in front. Oh, and Kokowitz makes a nice save in tight as the EK captain is robbed by the junior netminder. As we said, Christopher Kokowitz hasn't had to make too many saves in this game, but the ones he's had to make have been very big. Puck's played on the far side. Here's Tristan Goss. Goss already 3 points in this game. Almost carries a turnover. Now he does as the puck's back into the Falcon zone. With it now is Brett Van Poelen. Chips it out to center. Here's Bobby Hoskins. Left wing side. Tries to cut around Mac Reeser, but Reeser breaks that one up for Grand Haven. Reeser takes a tumble, though, as Hoskins tries to get it back for the Falcons. Plays it back to the point. However, Ben Forbes had not gotten back to the blue line, so he'll backtrack now with 8:12 to go here in period 2. Grand Haven leads by a score of 3-0. And Farchek, and a big stiff hit thrown as Cameron Willie hits the deck as he was knocked down by Bryce Wirt. Puck's over on the far side now. With it is Dolan Smits. He'll play it over the near side. Off the bench is Ben Graham. He tries to get it back down low. Fans on it. Second opportunity. Smield knocks it back in deep for EK. Graham pinned to the boards. And he gets sent for a ride as Dolan Smits was able to finish off that check. Back the way comes Grand Haven. Nice pass by Goss finding Nielsen in stride. 1-on-2 though. Cuts to his right. Drags it around. Shoots and tries to go short side. Skips to the side of the goal. Pushed back down low. Sits there for a moment at the side of the net and knocked away by the Falcons. This game's starting to get a little physical as Nielsen was going at it with Smield at the side of the net. That went unnoticed. Here's Morrow in front. Save made by Whitley. Second try, third try, and they finally score on the rebound. It's Nielsen all alone in front. You can't give him too many whacks like that, and the Buccaneers are up now by a score of 4-0. We'll see who gets the assist. However, the time of this goal, the 9:37 mark. Whitley was doing everything he can to try to keep Nielsen at bay in front. 3 opportunities in tight. The Bucs are now by a score of 4-0 here with 7:23 to go here in the second period. Bucs bring her right back into the Falcons zone on the left wing side. It's Luke Myers throwing it out in front, trying to find Ben Myers, but a good defensive play made by Van Poolen to knock it away. He has it in his own zone now. Far across ice pass for Tingley. Tried to spring it up for Kasaju, however, went by him, and this will go down for icing, so we'll come back into the East Kentwood zone with 7:04 to go in period 2. Can't quite catch the assist on that last goal for the Buccaneers. Is kind of a muffled PA system here at Kentwood Ice Arena. We'll have to get that for you during the intermission break, which as of right now is only 7:04 of game time away from that. Face-off coming to the left is Phil Sweeney discussing with the official, maybe asking for some plays here. So now the two refs will confer. Do I dare ask Phil what he was talking about? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll leave that one at bay. And it looks like we're all back to normal here. Maybe the refs just making sure they're on the same page. Face off to the left of Whitley in the Kentwood zone. Falcons win it on back. Tyler Tingley in the near side corner. Plays it on ahead. Poke towards the blue line down the ice. Look out. Ryan Long gave it for Alex Long. Third try and he scores! Ryan Long poked it ahead, and Alex Long once, twice, third time's a charm as he finally is able to beat Konkowitz, and the Falcons are on the board. I believe Tingley will get the secondary assist. Time of this goal coming at the 10:08 mark. Back to within 3 here is EK as the two Longs hook up for the first goal of the game for the Falcons. Alex Long, who along with Ben Graham scored in the game last night against Manistee in the 7-2 loss, but they are on the board here, and obviously this one is far from over yet. Here's a long shot from the point by Caden Smeal that goes wide. Ryan Long on it. Avoids one check. Bad angle try. Goes way wide of the goal. Riley Buckingham back on it for Grand Haven. Near side pass finding his man Braidwood. Braidwood feigns on the shot as it's now chipped on away by Ben Forbes. Down the ice, Matt Landvangdevel over to the far side. Quickly back up here is Grand Haven. That's been their bread and butter. This pass, though, will go for icing as went wired. Is the transition game for Grand Haven so far has been what has worked for them, and that's what's given them a couple of really good chances. The goal by Cunningham and the goal by Nielsen. Just quickly going back up the ice and not taking any time with regrouping. 6:19 to go in period 2. 4-1 now the lead for Grand Haven. Face-off in the Buccaneers zone. One on back by the Falcons. Here's a chance now for Kasaju. He lost the handle on it. Alex Long on back for it now. Taken back by Bray Nielsen. Here comes Grand Haven the other way. 2-on-2. He's got Goss driving. Takes a shot, but a good job by Tyler Tingley to get a stick in there to deflect it up into the netting right above the net. As here at Kentwood Ice Arena, they got the netting above the nets on both sides so it doesn't hit the lights above, which is smart with a low-hanging ceiling as we have here at Kentwood Ice Arena. Base off to the right of the netminder Whitley. Kasaju back on the draw for EK. One on, though, by Dolan Smits. Braden Nielsen coming all the way back up to the left point. Looks over his options, goes to the middle. One-timer right into the chest as Bryce Wirt let that one go. Whitley right on top of his crease, very confident, making the save and not allowing a second opportunity with the rebound. Under 6 to play in this second period. We were 1-0 after 20. Braden Nielsen's 9th goal of the season. Braden Nielsen now with his 10th goal here, being the last one. Here's a shot off the draw as fire went on through was Smith, but it was blocked by Van Poolen. Clear to the line, not out as Trinka holds it in at the far corner. He takes a tumble, but he plays it back in deep. Van Poolen's able to work off Smits off the puck, but he gives it away to Nielsen. That's not the guy you want to give it to. Second and try, save made by Whitley, and the puck gets played along here. Penalty upcoming to the Falcons. Here's Nielsen again with a shot. That one gets deflected. Whitley stops that one again. Over to the far point, and it's finally played as touched up by Long, and they're going to call a roughing penalty to the Falcons. I believe it's Tingley that's going to be going off to the box. So second power play, no. They called a rough and actually called it on Van Poolen, excuse me. So power play coming up here for the Bucs. They've only had the first power play in that first period. Falcons still have yet to get a man advantage as Van Poolen sits for 2 for a rough. Time of this penalty coming at the 11:33 mark of period 2. Face-off won by Grand Haven. However, it's won so well, it comes all the way back out to center. Quickly, Van Langdeville had to play it, or else Ryan Long was going to take it back from him. But here comes Ben Myers with a long shot. Save made, glove down, and held on to by the netminder. Whitley, no hold on for a face-off. Obviously down 3. The Falcons don't want to give this Buccaneers offense, who has been very, very touted, with the exception of maybe last night's game against Mona Shores. They don't want to give him too many opportunities. Here's Ryan Long, though, shorthanded. Long's in on goal. Oh, and a save by Kokowitz as he sticks with the Kentwood captain. Great shorthanded opportunity to get the Falcons back within 2. The junior netminder says no once again. Here comes Ben Myers across the line, dropping it on back. A bad angle shot by Buckingham. Save made, rebound smothered by Whitley, and he'll hold on for a face-off. Like we said, we don't quite have the exact shot total here today at Kentwood Ice Arena. However, you'd be able to tell that the Bucs have had the betterment of the chances. However, when the Falcons have gotten their chances on goal, they've been great opportunities. And Christopher Kokowitz has had to have been sharp for Grand Haven down to our right. Face-off in the Kentwood zone, won back by the Bucs. However, it's almost turned over as Trevor Graham could have been off to the races. Taken now as Cameron Willie will just push it out into the neutral zone for EK. Another dangerous play is almost another shorthanded chance for the Falcons, but this time the Bucs are able to get out of dodge as here comes Luke Myers across the line, left wing side. Trying to find Cunningham driving back door, but it went off his stick and wide. Bryce Wirt takes it away from him, back to the point. Look out, a chance in front. Save made, rebound, and Whitley makes a good left pad save. Puck sits there, squirts to the crease, and they score! Third or fourth whack. Finally, it's Tristan Goss not getting in the backdoor side. Correction, it was actually number 2. Luke Myers getting the last stick on it. And the Buccaneers cash in on the power play. Not quite sure how many sticks got on that one, so we'll have to wait for the assist on that one. Time of this goal, however, the 12:36 mark. That goal by Luke Myers is his first of the season. That makes it a 5-1 game in favor of the Bucs, and they come right back on the attack. Here's a long shot from a bad angle. Easy glove down as Bryce Wirt tried to beat Whitley to the glove side. Still 4:16 to go here in the second period. Bucs now up 5-1. Remember, Grand Haven won 8-1 back on February the 8th to start the season between these two teams. That was back at Lakeshore Arena over in Muskegon, Michigan. Puck played out to center by the Falcons. However, here's Gavin Cunningham, one of the goal scorers in this period. 1 goal and an assist for Cunningham, the senior from Spring Lake. Dumped back into the Falcons zone. Ben Forbes plays over the near side. Will chips it to the line and not out. His good hold at the line by Wirt. Falcons try to get it back up to the side, but it's taken away now. Ben Myers centers it up front. However, it comes all the way back to the line. Cunningham with a shot, and that one looked like it went off the foot of Dylan Losey and wide. Here's Cunningham. Another bad angle try. That's blockered away by the netminder Whitley. Comes up to the high slot. Morrow now with a chance. That one went off a body. I think another block there by Dylan Losey again. Puck played off the wall. Wirt gives it for Morrow. Morrow, a second try. That one gets deflected again. Good job by the Falcons helping out their netminder with these block shots here on this shift. 3:24 to go in the second period. Morrow trying to get it out in front. Knocked away. And getting tripped up a little bit was Yosikoski. Falcons unable to clear. Going on down low is Mac Reeser. Gets away from Will, and a penalty upcoming. As some more pushing and shoving is, it looked like the Buccaneers were already going to get a penalty. However, retaliation is Dylan Losey with an extra shot late. We'll see who is all going to the box here, as there was an initial penalty coming to Grand Haven. So Luke Myers goes off for 2 minutes for a slash. That was the initial call, but Dylan Losey takes a retaliatory penalty, which negates the power play. So this will just 2 coincidental minors result in 5-on-5 hockey. Faceoff will come to the right of the netminder Liam Whitney. Time of these penalties, the 13:49 mark. Faceoff won by the Falcons in their own zone. It's Brett Van Poolen on the far side. Cross-ice pass gets knocked down by Mitchell. Here's a chance for the Bucs with a shot, and he tried to go short side high, but missed and found the glass. At the left point, spiked back down low by Mac Reeser. Trying to pull out of there is Ryan Long. Bobby Hoskins trying to get it out for the Falcons. Held in, though, on a good effort by Mac Reeser. Second try, though, Ryan Long had it out of his own zone, but Mitchell takes it right back for Grand Haven. Centered out in front, off the stick, sits there at the side of the goal, back out in front. Mitchell with a couple of hacks and whacks at it, finally smothering it is the netminder Whitley, and now some pushing and shoving between Van Poolen and Mitchell after the Kentwood defenseman took exception to the couple extra pokes on his netminder. Is now the parties part peacefully after a couple of, we'll just say, verbal and physical disagreements. 2:40 to go here in period number 2. Bucks back up by 4. Goal scorers in this period for Grand Haven: Tristan Goss, Gavin Cunningham, Braden Nielsen, his second of the game, 10th of the season, and the latest one on the power play, Luke Myers. The goal scorer for Kentwood is, look out here, puck's turned over, hold on a second, here's Graham in on goal. He is stopped with the blocker as Kokowitz makes another big save on the breakaways. Langley throws a big hit, Tingley throws a big hit, but back the way come the Buccaneers. It's Goss. Goss gets around Graham, takes a bad angle shot, that gets blocked. Held in, though, at the point with an opportunity here, trying to play back up is Van Langdeveld. One-timer by Trinka, that gets blocked, is getting in the way. That one was the goal scorer for Kentwood. As they go back to that, Alex Long, who on his third chance of this period was able to beat Kotkowitz. Kotkowitz plays it on down. This will have enough for icing, but just getting back first is Van Langdeveld beating the shrieking forward Trevor Graham, who had that great opportunity not too long before. Tried to sneak it by the blocker, and as Kotkowitz actually looks back down on it and says, "Oh, thank you, blocker, for making that nice save for me." He has been sharp. This is actually his first game this season for Kotkowitz, and by the way he's played, you would not be able to tell it's his first game of the season. 2:02 to go in the second period. Face-off in the Falcons' zone 1 and pushed on ahead. Look out, Bobby Hoskins gets around Van Langdeveld, but he's tripped up just a little bit. Falcons want a call. They're not going to get it. Phil Sweeney verbally, and you can probably hear him here on the broadcast, audibly upset as well. However, puck's still in the Buccaneers zone. Ryan Long pulls it off the bad angle shot, pulled it off the wall, and it goes wide. All the way down in the Kentwood zone. Here's Tristan Goss trying to get behind the defense. However, the puck's knuckling at him. His shot fanned on. Back up to the point. Skips over Nielsen's stick. Falcons trying to clear, and they will, as Ryan Long is able to dance around number 19. They got away from Smits. Now here's Long with a shot, and off the mask of Kotkowitz, and it goes up into the netting behind him. I don't think he saw that shot by Long. Quick snapshot is, looked like Cunningham actually screened him. Kotkowitz not standing that much taller than maybe 5'9". As he goes down to that butterfly, he's only at the top of the crossbar, but that time he used every inch of his height to his advantage, making the stop and have a face-off in his own zone. Face-off won by the Falcons. However, jumping on the loose puck is Ben Myers back for Grand Haven. Good play at the line by Tyler Tingley to turn it over. His pass ahead for Alex Long is knocked down. Is taking it back for Grand Haven is Gavin Morrow. Pushed on ahead for Myers. It misses him. Van Poolen back in his own zone for EK. Slaps it over to the far side. Long, nice cross-eyes pass, finding Graham on the right wing side with speed. Into the Grand Haven zone. Danced around one man, however, couldn't complete the play as he lost the handle on the puck. Gavin Morrow pushes up the far wall for Grand Haven. Ben Myers chips it ahead. Streaking on the right wing side is Riley Buckingham. Oh, and he's met with a big hit, but look out. Here's Myers in on goal. Off the tip of the glove of Whitley and wide. Big hit thrown by Tingley and a good save made by the Kentwood netminder as there's 40 seconds left here in the period. Chipped off the glass by Tingley. Held in, though, by Wirt. Graham can't get out. As a second opportunity held in by Bryce Wirt for the Buccaneers. His shot gets blocked by Tingley as Buccaneers trying to change here with 26 seconds to go here in the second period. Puck played in on down low, trying to look out in front there was Mac Reeser. However, his pass is intercepted. Cleared out back into the Buccaneers zone, and tired group for the Falcons have to go on a change, and the Buccaneers bring it right on back. Gavin Cunningham down the right wing side. 10 seconds left. Takes a shot. That gets blocked. Bobby Hoskins gives it away. It gets out to the front. Sits there for a moment. Another shot. One last chance. That shot is stopped at the rebound. 2 seconds and 1. Oh, and the Buccaneers with a couple of good chances before the end of the period. Whitley has to make a big save, but Grand Haven will take a 5-1 lead into the second intermission. The Falcons able to get on the board. However, 4 goals in the period by Grand Haven give them a lead heading into the comfortable third period here at Kentwood Ice Arena. We'll take a quick break, folks. When we come back, we will recap that second period for you in full. You're watching high school hockey here on the Kuehl Show Network. And welcome back inside Kentwood Ice Arena. After 40 minutes of play, the Grand Haven Buccaneers open it up now to a 5-1 lead. Let's take it back to the first period and tell you what happened. Braden Nielsen, scoring his ninth goal of the season just past the 10-minute mark of the period after a Gavin Cunningham shot went wide. Skipped off the inboards, bounced right back out in front. These lively boards here at Kentwood make things interesting for goaltenders, and that time it got interesting for the Buccaneers as they took the 1-0 lead into the first intermission. Into period number 2 we would go, and after another good start by Grand Haven, they were rewarded as Nielsen was able to set up Tristan Goss for a beautiful play, make it a 2-0 game. Less than 3 minutes later, it'd be Goss getting in on the action once again, this time setting up Gavin Cunningham for a goal. A nice little feed across. Cunningham was able to bury it into the back of the net. That goal for Cunningham, that's his second of the season, making it at that point a 3-0 game. The Buccaneers would continue to press on as Braden Nielsen, once again, this time left out in front all alone. You don't want to do that if you're Kentwood. Liam Whitley did all he could, made a couple of saves in tight, but too many whacks and hacks at it by the leading goal scorer in the Fisher division. Braden Nielsen bangs it in, making it at that point 4-0 before the 10-minute mark of the period. However, less than a minute later, after a face-off win by the Falcons, it was pushed on ahead by Ryan Long, the captain, to Alex Long. Alex Long, who had 2 glorious chances early in the second period, finding the post twice. This time, finally beats the netminder Christopher Kokowitz 5-hole, making it a 4-1 game. However, a power play later for the Buccaneers. They missed on their first opportunity in the first period. They did not miss on this second with a beautiful play by Luke Myers after, once again, Whitley had to make a couple of saves in tight. The puck got passed across the crease behind Whitley, and tapping in was Luke Myers. Myers, his first goal of the season on the power play at the 12:30 mark, making it a 5-1 game, and that's where we stand after 2 periods on the scoreboard. Don't quite have the official numbers in terms of shot counts for you. However, Liam Whitley has put in a solid effort for the Falcons. He made 59 saves last night against Manistee, putting another workload here today. However, on the other end, while Christopher Kokowitz has not had to make too many saves, it seems like whenever he has to come up with a save, it's a big save, as the Falcons have gotten a couple of good chances. Of course, they looked like they were going to try to get back within 2 after Trevor Graham got loose behind the defense, but once again, Kokowitz standing tall. This, of course, is his first game of the season. Aiden Steele has played the other 5 games for the Buccaneers. The Spring Lake junior Kokowitz has come up big in this one, and Keegan Ferris now maybe, not saying to use the word goaltending controversy, but he knows now that he can use 2 goaltenders. Obviously a shortened season, but he knows he doesn't have to play Steele every single night now, the way Kokowitz has played so far through 40 minutes. Take a quick look at the upcoming schedule for both teams. For the Falcons, they will play over in Walker this coming Wednesday night against Kentwood Hills, the top team so far in this Fisher division. That'll be an 8 o'clock puck drop over at Walker Ice Arena, and that'll be followed up by 2 games right here at Kentwood Ice Arena. Hudsonville on Friday night, 4 o'clock puck drop, and then on Saturday, a 1 o'clock puck drop against Kalamazoo United, a team that beat the Falcons this past Tuesday by a score of 7-4. For the Buccaneers, they will play a home game at Lake Shore on Wednesday themselves. They'll be taking on Hudsonville, the same Eagles that the Falcons will play next Friday. They'll play them on Wednesday, a 5 o'clock puck drop out in Muskegon. And then they come back over into West Michigan, east for them here in West Michigan, as they'll play Northview over at Griff's Ice House at 5 o'clock on Friday the 27th, and Saturday at Georgetown Ice Arena, a little bit closer to home for them, right off Lake Michigan Drive. They'll take on the Jenison Wildcats for a 1 o'clock puck drop over there. We'll take a break, folks, and when we come back, we'll get you set for period 3 between the Bucs and the Falcons. You're watching high school hockey here on The Kuehl Show. And welcome back inside Kentwood Ice Arena, ladies and gentlemen, for the third period between the Buccaneers and the East Kentwood Falcons. 4 goals in that second, 1 for the Falcons, 4 goals for the Bucs, that is. I was able to get a word with Coach Sweeney in passing, and I asked him how he felt heading into this third period. He's like, this is a really great hockey game. Obviously, the score may not say one thing, but the Falcons are getting their chances. They had 5 breakaways in that second period. 2 of them hit the post. Cockowitz made saves on the others, except with the one that he was able to get beat by Alex Long. Falcons now skating back right to left with their home whites in the yellow roads. Is Grand Haven going left to right across your screen as we're back underway here at Kentwood Ice Arena. Puck's played on in by Cohen Trinka into the Kentwood zone on the near side wall. That's Brett Van Poelen. Taken away now. Here's a chance on front and a chance at a rebound. Oh, what a magnificent save with the 2-pad stack as Liam Whitley comes across and makes a magnificent save, robbing Riley Buckingham on the back door. Talk about a second effort by your EK netminder. Whitley, probably his best save of the night. Or the afternoon. I don't know what time it is. Big save there by Whitley. He's doing everything he can, showing his team that he's not giving up, depending on no matter how the score is. Face-off coming to the right of Whitley now after the icing call against the Falcons. Face-off one on back by the Buccaneers. Buckingham tries to get it towards the goal. Ryan Long knocks it off his stick as that's played on over. Look out as Trinka takes a hard hit as Cohen Trinka steps up. Brack right back in come the Buccaneers. Buckingham pulls it off the wall. A shot that finds the knob of the stick of Whitley. And it goes up in behind him, up in the netting and out of play. Big hit by Trinka. Trinka, whose mother is Wendy Corelli, the former Davenport athletic trainer. I was able to work with her in my time when as a Panther, and Walker Orr, an assistant coach for East Kentwood also as well. Phil Sweeney, obviously the head coach of the D1 team. We all know Wendy very well. Trainer for all the national championship teams over at Davenport. Face-off won by the Falcons, pushed on to center, taken on back by Braden Nielsen. He fans on the initial pass. He picks it back up now as we're just 50 seconds into this third period. 4-goal lead for Grand Haven. Tyler Tingley plays over to the far side, misses everybody, and this they'll say icing, despite Coach Sweeney wanting no icing. It was Matt Van Langeveld was able to step up, and he was there to make a defensive play, but didn't quite touch it, though. Face-off coming back to the right of Liam Whitley in the East Kentwood zone. Grand Haven looking to make it 2 for 2 on the season against the Falcons after winning the opening night by a score of 8-1. Up 5-1 right now here early in the third. Braden Nielsen pulls it off the wall in the Falcons zone with a shot right into the breadbasket as Liam Whitley holds on to it. Liam Whitley, like we said, who's had quite a workload over the last 36 hours against Manistee last night, 59 saves, and couldn't tell you how many here so far, but that number certainly is climbing as we skate on early into this third period. Falcons trying to get it out. Ben Graham can't. Good hole at the right point by Mac Reeser. Second opportunity cleared on down, skips by everybody. However, this will have icing written all over it once again, especially with this freshly cut ice here at Kentwood Ice Arena. Hope you guys are enjoying the view on the Kuehl Show here, on the Kuehl Show family of networks, if you will. We're right here up in the Falcons' nest in a very unique view compared to some other rinks. Some other rinks you have to sit in the bleachers far away. Right here between the benches, right over top of the scorekeeper's box here at Kentwood Ice Arena, provides a very unique look and a very unique perspective. As we like this right here, I get to look on over as Phil Sweeney is asking for why maybe the last 2 calls, the icing calls, were not touched. I can just look right over and can't do any lip reading, though, because the masks are being worn by the ref and Sweeney. However, you can kind of hear what they're saying through the headsets. And one thing I said, too, is Whitley now has some equipment issues at the East Kentwood goal. No problem here. I'm sure some people are like, oh, why don't they just tell him to get off and do it again? Like, well, as a former goaltender union policy 42A, any goaltender that needs equipment to be fixed has all the time in the world, and everyone should be patient with them. I can't. It looks like the mask is all good. But if the ref is pressuring him to hurry up and fix it, I can tell you right now. First of all, safety first. Second of all, I would be letting him know as a goaltender that I need to take my time to make sure my mask is fully operational as the faceoff is won by the Falcons. We resume play with 15:30 to go here in the third period. However, the Buccaneers get it right on back. Getting knocked off the puck was Luke Myers. Now it's Ryan Long, the captain for the Falcons, gets pinned into the boards, and he clears it on down. No icing this time. Mac Reeser back for it for Grand Haven. However, lost it behind his own goal, but this time he gets it back. Matt Van Langdeveld almost turns it over, though, to Luke Myers. Gets it back out to the neutral zone. Bobby Hoskins fires it right back into the Grand Haven zone for EK. Reeser again plays it up in the near side. Ben Myers throwing it on a cross. Skips on Gavin Morrow, but he skates into it into the Kentwood zone. Gets bumped off the puck momentarily by Trevor Graham, but Graham's able to take it right off his stick. And now he'll bring it on ahead for the Falcons. Through the neutral zone with speed. Cuts to his right. He had a grade A chance on the breakaway in that second period. This time he holds onto it in the far corner. It's worked off the puck momentarily, but he chips it back down the wall, trying to find Ndio Kasaju, but Kasaju, all 4'8" of them, couldn't hold off Van Langdeveld. Look out and a pass, and there's a shot by Ben Myers. However, he was about a foot off sides, and Myers a little bummed on himself here, and maybe on a regulation-sized rink, he would have still been on sides. However, the very tight neutral zone here at Kentwood Ice Arena, a very small ice surface, forced the Grand Haven forward offside, so we'll have a face-off just outside the Grand Haven blue line, as that's where the pass came from. Just 2:29 into this third period, 5-1 lead here for Grand Haven. Bucks win the draw, and it's played on over the near side. Here comes on the right side, Buckingham with a shot, easily sticked away by the netminder Whitley. Tyler Tingley trying to get it out for Kentwood. He gets worked off the puck by Mitchell. Gets back up to the point. Good hold for a moment by Gavin Cunningham, but on second attempt, it's cleared out and down the ice by number 24, Yasikowski, but it will go all the way down for icing, so another icing call will bring the faceoff back into the Falcons zone with 14:09 to go here in this third period. EK trying to coming into tonight with an 0-4 record, looking for win number 1. Obviously a tough test here against Grand Haven. Face-off off the draw. Mitchell slapped towards goal, but a good save made. Staying alert was Whitley. Falcons have it. Ryan Long gets it out to center. His pass, though, misses. Cohen Trinka back in his own zone for the Bucks. He fans on the pass, though. Long gets it back, but he gets it taken right off his stick as Grand Haven now will bring it on ahead. Right wing side, Nick Braidwood into the EK zone. Backhands it towards the slot. No one there, but it deflects almost on goal as it went off Smield's foot, but it's cleared away. Cam Willie will dump it on into the Grand Haven zone and go off for a change. Long cross-ice pass tipped on ahead by Cunningham. Braidwood back on it for the Buccaneers. Long shot. That one goes wide. Comes over to the near side. Tristan Goss skips over his stick. Comes back out to the neutral zone. Cunningham avoids a check by Hoskins, but Alex Long takes it back for the Falcons. However, he was worked off the puck as the puck is pitchforked back down to the East Kentwood zone as we're just 3:45 into this third period. Dumped back into the Falcons zone. Tyler Tingley on it in the near side corner. Backhands up the wall. Misses Ben Forbes. Tristan Goss on it for Grand Haven. A cross-ice pass. And he had Braden Nielsen in front, but it was knocked off his stick. Held in, though, on a good play made by Bryce Wirt. Pass up the slide. And taking a odd tumble on the far side as a shot on goal is stopped. And that was Dalton Smits hitting the boards hard, but it looks like he's okay. Having some words with some Falcons as he pulls away from the Kentwood goal as the face-off will be inside the EK zone. Back out on the ice, and like I said, that's Ndio Kasaju, 4'8", 85 pounds according to Phil Sweeney, and Phil Sweeney describes him as a bulldog, a hard-working player. Obviously gives up size, but always working when he goes out on the ice, and that's what Phil Sweeney likes about him. As here's a long shot from the point, Luke Myers, gloved down and held by Liam Whitley. Gavin Morrow back on the draw for the Buccaneers, the senior. One on back, but trying to clear his Trevor Graham. He did, but now gets knocked back in. Here comes Alex Long back for the Falcons. Tries to get around his man, Neeser, and does. However, Reeser's able to hold on to the puck. Now Long gets it back, fires in the slot. No one there for Kentwood, and it's pushed back out to center. Tyler Tingley slaps it back into the Buccaneers zone, and they will say icing as Tingley thought he was on the right side of the red line. However, in relation to this camera, he was on the right side, but for his case, it was the wrong side, so icing will bring the faceoff back into the Falcons zone. As you see with the Buccaneers, is they're really good at keeping pucks in and cycling the puck and kind of getting the Falcons chasing, and that's what led to those 4 goals in that second period. Faceoff won back by the Falcons. Here's Van Poelen. Plays it over the near side wall. Ben Graham trying to chip it out. He takes a bump from Cohen Trinka, but the puck gets out in the neutral zone. Van Langeveld on the far side will just throw it right on goal from the neutral zone, and paddling it down and holding on to it, not taking any chances, is Whitley, and he'll hold on to it for a faceoff. Whitley has looked sharp, and really I think the only goal that I'm pretty sure he's going to want back is that first one by Nielsen. It was a long shot. Sneaked by him. Maybe the shot by Cunningham that beat him to the glove side, but he has had to make some really big saves, as has Cockwitz at the other end. Puck's played down the slot dangerously. That was Cunningham. Pardon me, that was Braidwood trying to get a chance. Ben Graham pushing it ahead for the Falcons. Good back check by Braidwood to take that one away. Hitting the deck there is Losi, as a couple pushing and shoving right in between the 2 penalty boxes here. Can't quite see it on the camera, but we can look right down and see it here up from the Falcons' nest. It's a penalty upcoming, as the Falcons will go back to the penalty kill. Looks to be it was Ben Graham, yep. Ben Graham will take the hooking minor. So 3rd power play of the game for the Buccaneers. They are 1 for 2. Falcons have yet to have a power play. They were going to have one back in the second period. Luke Myers had gone off for slashing. However, Dylan Losi took a cross-checking retaliatory penalty, which negated it. However, another opportunity face-off in the Falcons zone. Time of this penalty, the 5:17 mark, as this power play goes to work. On a crossover to the far side, Tristan Goss looking out in front. He'll go back up to the point. Braden Nielsen. Nielsen takes a shot. Good job by Van Poelen, standing right in front of him, staring him right in the face and blocks the shot. Back down the near side corner. Cunningham fumbles it for a second, chipped up the wall. Falcons trying to get it out, and they are just able to as it skipped on by Nielsen at the blue line. Nielsen, though, quickly brings it right back in for the Bucs. Tries another one of those heel drags, but Van Poelen read it like a book and knocked it out to center. Gavin Cunningham gives it back up for Nielsen. Nielsen already 2 goals on the game, now 10 on the season. However, sees the puck going flying by him as it's cleared out and down the ice by Ryan Long. 1:18 to go in the power play for the Bucs, their 3rd power play of the game. 10:56 to go in regulation time. Bucs lead by a score of 5-1. Long stretch pass finds near side. It's Luke Myers. Avoids a check, gives it for Tristan Goss. Goss from the right circle with a shot. And I don't know if getting a piece of that was Whitley. However, it goes wide and all the way down the ice. That'll give the Falcons an opportunity to change their penalty killers here with less than a minute to go to the Ben Graham hooking minor. Gavin Cunningham comes up from behind his own goal, being chased by Alex Long. Goss pass ahead, deflected. Cam Willie trying to get it away for the Falcons. He's able to keep it in front of him for a moment. However, can't clear it, but Long knocks it off the stick of Nielsen. Look out here. Long gives it for Willie. Willie turns. He's in. He shoots and he scores! What a play by Long, and Willie finishes it off, and a shorthanded goal for the Falcons gets them back on the board. A great play by Alex Long to knock it off the stick of Braden Nielsen, and then able to work the puck off the defender and slide it back out in front for Cam Willie, who was able to sneak it on by the right pad of Kotkowitz. And after a couple of good shorthanded chances for the Falcons in that second period, they were able to cash in this time. Time of this goal, the 6:42 mark. And they're going to throw it on over. That's Willie's first goal, first high school goal. Obviously, still 36 seconds left in the power play for the Bucs, but it's a 5-2 game now. As we are back underway here at Kentwood Ice Arena. As we've seen before, games are always kind of funny, and if any of you watched that Toronto-Ottawa game this past Monday night where the Leafs were up 5-1 where Ottawa came back, obviously it's not over until it's over. However, the Bucs go in on the power play setup shop once again. Zach Mitchell plays it down the wall. No one there for Grand Haven. Slapped to the line and just out to the neutral zone now as Grand Haven will have to regroup now as only 5 seconds left in the Ben Graham minor. Tipped on in and just offside was Buckingham with only 1 second left on the Graham penalty. So the Grand Haven Spring Lake Buccaneers, will go to 1 for 3 with the man advantage. They did score on a power play goal in that second period, and that was the goal by Luke Myers after a few magnificent saves right before that by Liam Whitley. Face off just outside the Kentwood blue line. Kicked on ahead as the penalty expires. Buccaneers have it in their own zone. It's Mac Reeser. Up the near side wall, skips out to center. Ryan Long taking it back for the Falcons. His pass deflected. He'll follow it up himself, though, and bring it on in the Grand Haven zone. Spins up just inside the blue line, keeps it in, and will just slide it on down. Behind his goal is Mac Reeser, takes a tumble. He's fallen a couple times behind that net, down to our left. Puck is slapped out and down the ice by Grand Haven. This will have enough for icing. So an offensive zone faceoff coming up here for the Falcons with 9:14 to go in period 3. Grand Haven led by 1 after 20, and have led 5-1 coming into this third period with 4 goals coming out. Braden Nielsen, 2 goals thus far. Tristan Goss being credited with a goal and 2 assists unofficially. 2 goals and 1 assist for Nielsen, leading the Buccaneers offense thus far. Alex Long with a goal and an assist for the Falcons here through the first, 40-some minutes and change. Puck's back down into the Kentwood zone. Here's a shot. Good save made on the rebound. Second and third chances. Whitley had to make a couple of big stops, and here come the Falcons back the other way. A little bit of room for Trevor Graham on the right wing side. Trying to get around Wharton does. Throws it out in front looking for Long, but it's deflected away. Back to the way comes the Buccaneers. Gosh trying to push it on ahead. Gets it by Kasaju across the line. Dumps it off now for Smits. Smits in the corner will play down low. Takes a little bit of a firm bump by way of Tyler Tingley. Wirt plays it back down low for Nielsen. Nielsen trying to get away from Forbes. Back up to the point. Long shot. Deflected is getting the way that one is Trevor Graham. Smits was knocked down in front. He's slow to get up. And now he's back out in front. Gets knocked down again as Trevor Graham gets tripped up. As the puck gets played out in the neutral zone. Phil Sweeney not too happy about it, but here come the Buccaneers back in. Long shot. That was blocked by Kasaju. Cleared out and down the ice, and this will go for icing. With 8:07 to go in the third period, the Falcons still without a power play in this game. Like we said, they had an opportunity to get one in the second period. That was negated by a retaliatory penalty. 3 power plays so far for the Buccaneers. They are 1 for 2. Face-off coming to the right of Whitley in the Falcon zone. Gavin Morrow and Ryan Long on the draw for their respective clubs as it's pushed to the blue line, not out. Van Langeveld holds it in. He scored! No, hit the crossbar. Crossbar and stayed out. I could have thought that one may have hit the back bar. Here's another chance, and that one stopped by Whitley and pushed away. Here's another try for Cunningham, and that one gets blocked off the side of the goal. Where is it? No! The net was knocked off. No goal. The whistle came first as the puck was pushed into the back of the net. As once again, the puck that bounced off the end boards came back out in front. Almost cost the Falcons. That time they were bailed out by the net getting knocked off the pegs. Grand Haven asking for the officials, asking if whether or not the net was knocked off intentionally. Unfortunately, can't quite catch the replay because we don't unfortunately have a replay here at Kentwood Ice Arena. It's Keegan Ferris down to our left now asking for an explanation from the ref as that would result in a penalty shot if the net was knocked off intentionally by the Falcons. Doesn't seem like he's going to get the word that he wants as we'll just continue on now as we'll have a face-off inside the Falcon zone with 7:48 to go in the third period. Still 5-2 in favor of the Buccaneers. Face-off won by the Falcons. Here comes Alex Long. Dumps it on into the Buccaneer zone. Now has it. Throws it out in front. Looking for a man. Going back door. Looks like that was Caden Smeal, but here comes Trevor Graham. Wrapping out in front. Off the skate of a defenseman. Almost goes in, but it goes wide of the goal. Puck now slapped out from behind the Grand Haven goal and all the way around. Gets by Ben Forbes. Coming back into his own zone is Forbes. Forbes. Cross-ice past the near side. Alex Long tries to tip it on ahead. Now a fire one. Takes a way to avoid a check is coming in hot was Luke Myers. Ben Myers trying to get it on in, but can't get it further than the blue line. Gavin Morrill now will take it in himself, at least for a second. Taken away by Alex Long. Gets by one man, gets by two. Pokes it on head, but he gets upended, and that will be a penalty. And the Falcons will get a power play after getting upended at the blue line was Long. And we'll take a look, and it looks like it will be Langdeveld going off for the trip, or the knee, 2 minutes. First power play of the game for the Falcons. 7:01 remaining in the third period. 5-2 the lead for the Buccaneers. Obviously, a power play goal here would certainly make things interesting. The Falcons will send out Ryan Long, Bobby Hoskins, Cam Willie up front, Van Poolen and Forbes at the point. Willie, who's got the latest goal, however, it's taken by the Bucks. Here comes Bryce Wirt down the left wing side. Bad angle shot, glove down and held. Looking to play it was Whitley, but he'll just make the safe play and hold on to it. Out on the penalty kill effort right now for Grand Haven. They have Wirt and Trink at the points. Up front, they're going to have Zach Mitchell and Nick Braidwood. Willie and Tingley will flip-flop. And I guess they made the change too late, did Phil Sweeney, so Tingley will have to come back onto the bench. So Willie will come back on for the moment here with only 9 seconds gone in the penalty to Van Langdeveld. Face-off won by the Falcons, but it sits there in the face-off circle for a second, but they push it ahead. Look out, maybe a 2-on-2 developing here. Bobby Hoskins, good back check, though, by Mitchell to take it away for the Buccaneers. Good hold, though, at the line by Ryan Long. Bucks play to the line, and Braidwood will get it and clear it out and down the ice, and the Falcons will have to retreat once again in their own zone. 90 seconds left in the power play for the Falcons. 6:30 to go in regulation. Bucks lead by 3. Tingley getting a little bit of room down the right wing side. However, he lost the handle on it as he crossed the blue line. And it's fired right back out and down the ice. Setting up shot behind his own goal as his mates are changing is Ben Forbes for EK. He'll play it over the near side. Alex Long fanned on the pass, taken away. Here comes Trinka. Trinka right in front of the Kentwood bench. Gets bumped from behind by Tingley. A check from behind will send Tingley to the box and negate the power play. And they're going to call a 5-minute major on Tingley, which will take us just to about the end of regulation for the check from behind. So it'll give 3 minutes and 56 seconds of abbreviated power play time, barring any other penalties, as we're 4-on-4 for the next minute. Face-off won by the Falcons. Trevor Graham throws it up to the near side. Alex Long all by himself, and he'll just fire it in over to the far corner. Going in after it is Yosikowski for EK. Back on it, though, is Tristan Goss for Grand Haven. 5:45 to go in the third period. Dumped ahead to center with speed. Here comes Dolan Smith on the right wing side. Looking out in front, he'll take a shot himself, easily sticked away by Whitley. On it now is Mac Reeser. However, he gets the puck knocked off his stick. Good play by Alex Long, and that'll force him back out in the neutral zone. Reeser throws one across. It gets slapped right across for Goss. It goes off his skate, and it's taken on now by Graham for the Falcons in his own zone. Graham trying to get away from a check-in, picks up a little bit of steam. Trying to get around another man, gets around Reeser. Reeser lost his stick. Big hit thrown as it thrown to the side of the goal. Puck's tied up in that far corner as some pushing and shoving goes on. The whistle blows, and we'll see exactly what all happens here. As looks like both Graham and I believe that was Reeser will be going off both for 2 minutes, so coincidental minors. Mac Reeser doesn't believe he's the one who should be called, but the ref made it pretty apparent that both of them are going. So two roughing calls here. 2 minutes for roughing for each, so just coincidental. So we'll stay at 4-on-4 for the next 6 seconds. 5:07 left here in this third period as physicality starting to kind of boil over just a little bit. Game's been physical throughout, but for the most part in a clean fashion. Face off to the right of the netminder. Kotkowitz in the Grand Haven zone. One on back. Hoskins with a shot. That's easily sticked up in the netting behind him and out of play. It's good face-off win by Ryan Long. The major penalty to Tyler Tingley. 5 minutes for checking from behind. We'll take it just about the end of regulation here. So the Falcons want any chance to come back. They're going to have to do it shorthanded. They do have a shorthanded goal, though, this period. Win the face-off again. Hoskins' shot this time, though, is blocked. Puck's in the near side corner. Squared on out by Cunningham as the power play will now begin. Fourth power play of the game here for the Buccaneers. An abbreviated major power play. On the far side, it's Luke Myers trying to make a move on through, but lost the handle on it. With it now is Braden Nielsen. 2 goals already on the night, 10 on the season. He's dipping and diving, trying to get away from Ryan Long. Up to the point for Goss. Over on the near side, his pass misses Wirt. Wirt back down low. No one there for the Buccaneers. Trying to get there first is Long for the Falcons. Gets it out to center. No further than the red line, though, as the Buccaneers get it right back. Bryce Wirt being checked by Hoskins, trying to get on by Ryan Long, and does. Here is Cunningham. He scored in the second period. Gets out in front. Look out. A chance on, and they score! It's Braden Nielsen, the hat trick on the power play, and the Buccaneers go back up by 4. I believe the assist will go to Cunningham, as trying to come out and poke it away was Whitley, but Nielsen with a beautiful move, and that'll be a power play goal. Second power play goal of the game for the Bucs. Make it 11 goals on the season now for Braden Nielsen. Time of this goal, the 12:48 mark. However, the Bucs will stay on the power play as it is a major power play, so for still 3 more minutes, they'll be up a man. Up the boards, Ben Myers. Dumped on in by Riley Buckingham. Falcons try to clear out, unable to. Myers back to the point. Van Langeveld with a shot. That one goes wide to the near side. Here, a long bad angle shot there by Mitchell, trying to stuff it out in front. Look out, knocked out in front, and a good save by Wheatley. As getting a shot out from a bad angle was Myers with all sorts of traffic around him. Wheatley's able to grab it with the catching glove and hold on. Not a whole lot of opportunities seemed like there, but with all that traffic around, but somehow Whitley was able to find a way to snag it out of the air. 3:43 left in regulation time. 6-2 lead now for the Bucs. Still on that major power play. The puck's in the far corner. Smits looking out in front, sees Buckingham, but decides to move it over the near wall for Mitchell. Mitchell for Van Langeveld, back down Mitchell. Mitchell with a shot, goes off a 2-man and goes wide. Almost bounced off of Ben Myers. Now with it up top, move in the middle of Smits. Smits with a shot, and that one lands in the breadbasket, but fell out of Whitley. However, the ref lost sight of it, so he blew the whistle. Much to the chagrin of the Grand Haven power play, however, we'll just have a face-off in the Falcons zone with 2:13 left in the major penalty. Checking from behind it, Tyler Tingley. 3:17 to go in regulation. 6-2 lead now for the Buccaneers. Cunningham on the draw for the Bucs. He wins it on back. Braden Nielsen across. It's Bryce Wirt. Wirt with a shot, trying to go short side high, but misses. Trying to get it out is Kasaju. Unfortunately, couldn't, as he was checked off the puck. Second opportunity, though, getting at least out to center, done by way of Dylan Losey. Kasaju trying to force the play, but it's taken on now by Nielsen. Nielsen gets by 1, gets by 2. He's in on the right wing side. Back across for Ghost, and he scores. What a play by Nielsen, setting up Goss. Goss's second of the game. 5th point of the afternoon for Nielsen. Another power play goal makes it 7-2. And it's the same stat line for Nielsen that he had in the first meeting between these two teams. 3 goals and 2 assists for 5 points. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists once again. Time of this goal, the 14:09 mark of this third period. Puck is played on into the Bucs zone. Ryan Long has it, gets out, trying to get out in front for Bobby Hoskins, but it's taken back by Grand Haven, dumped on in by Zach Mitchell. And wraps around the end boards and coming on over, trying to get out is Van Poelen. He couldn't get a clear on it. Puck skips out into the slot. Buckingham over to the far side, Van Langeveld. On across the near side as the Bucs power play sets up. Still 1:17 left in the major power play. Already 2 goals for the major power play. Does Grand Haven have it? 1 from Nielsen, 1 from Goss. Here's Mitchell. Long shot. Good glove save through traffic as Whitley, despite the score, still putting the effort in as he holds on to that one for a face-off. To mention off the top of the broadcast, throughout 59 saves last night for Whitley. We don't have a number so far of how many saves he's made tonight, but he's made quite a few as One heck of a workload for the junior netminder over the last couple of games. Face-off won by the Bucks is Van Langeveld. Down low, trying to tip it on goal from a bad angle and unable to get it on net was Braderwood. Back down low, Braderwood has it again, tries to center it, cleared out and down the ice this time though by Caden Smield. Cam Willie, who scored a shorthanded goal earlier this period, goes in on the forecheck for EK. Van Langeveld trying to get away from him and does, however, gives it away for Long. Long with a shot and a high riser that was fought off by the netminder Kakowitz. Played out and down the ice into the Falcons zone. Trevor Graham gets pushed off the puck, but it goes right to Smield, and he'll fire up the near side. Long will just chip it on in and avoid a check. 90 seconds left in regulation. 25 seconds left in the penalty to Tingley. Over to the far side, Trevor Graham has it in his own zone for EK. He's able to avoid a check momentarily by Nielsen, but Nielsen gets it right back. Nielsen trying to bounce it out in front, couldn't do so. Back down low, Tristan Goss out in front. Oh, and he fires one off the side of the goal. Almost another pretty play that set up maybe Goss for his third. There's a bad angle shot by Wirth that's stopped. Puck sits there as a penalty upcoming as a high stick came up as Smield caught him high. Correction, they're going to call a head contact as caught him in the head with either the stick or the fist. Nonetheless, a head contact penalty will, just as the Tingley major expires. So in the final minute, they'll still be on the power play, will the Buccaneers. This is their 5th power play of the game. They are 2 for 4. And Smield will go off. Face off to the near side in the Falcon zone. One on back by the Buccaneers, however, gets one right on back by Goss, so he'll retreat into his own zone. Braden Nielsen now. Right to the neutral zone, gets around. Losey cuts to the middle, takes a shot. Good blocker save made by Whitley. Into the far corner. Losey trying to work Goss off the puck. He's got him tied up a little bit. Good job by Goss to protect it. Back down low. Myers out in front, deflected just wide by Goss. There's 36 seconds left in this one. Pass out front, the side of the goal. That one goes wide as firing just off the side was Gavin Cunningham looking to hit for his second goal of the game. 25 seconds left. A pass goes off the stick of Losey now to the neutral zone. 20 seconds left. Oh, given away to almost to Jaskowski, but he couldn't quite handle it. Didn't quite expect it to go right to him off the stick of Braden Nielsen. Second opportunity, cleared on ahead. Good back check by Ryan Long to get it away from him. Ryan Long now maybe one last chance shorthanded. 5 seconds left. Long is in with a shot saved by Kakowitz. Cleared off to the side of the goal, and that's how he'll end this one as the clock ticks down. The final buzzer sounds, and the Buccaneers are able to get the win here this afternoon, get the season sweep on the Falcons. Final score here, 7-2. As despite a good, solid effort by the netminder Liam Whitley, it was not going to be enough today as the Buccaneers offense proved too much. 3 stars of the game here this afternoon, no question about it. Their first star, Braden Nielsen, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points unofficially. Second star, his teammate for sure, it'll be Tristan Goss. 2 goals and, as of right now, unofficially 2 assists on the afternoon for Goss. And the third star, absolutely no question about it, Liam Whitley for the Kentwood Falcons. Not quite sure how many saves he made in this one, but he made quite a big number of huge saves. And obviously, congratulations goes to the Grand Haven netminder as well, Christopher Kakowitz. No matter how many saves he made, he didn't have to make that many in this one, but he came up big when he needed to. Thank you also to our awesome guys here for East Kentwood, help out with the camera here this afternoon. Thank you all for tuning in here on the Kuehl Show. A 7-2 win here for Grand Haven. As we said, the Falcons were back in action on Wednesday to take on Kenowa Hills over at Walker Ice Arena. Also in action on Wednesday will be Grand Haven. They'll travel, actually back home. They'll take on Hudsonville at Lakeshore, 5 o'clock puck drop for those games. Tyler Kuehl here saying thank you much for tuning in here on the Kuehl Show for this special high school hockey broadcast here between the Grand Haven Spring Lake Buccaneers and the East Kentwood Falcons. Buccaneers get the win here today and complete the season sweep. Final score, 7-2. Thank you all very much, and have a good rest of your night.